Hi, we're the Sage Seeking Sisters. I'm Jackie.
And I'm Stacy, and today we have with us Stephanie.
Welcome.
Welcome,
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. So when I think of you, I think of like such a powerhouse of grace and diplomacy and sharpest tool in the box we have here.
Thank you, my friend.
I take a lot of notes when we're together.
Well, I do the same. The feeling is mutual.
Thank you. So, we're in the season where there's a lot going on in education, culturally, with the elections. I know you are instrumental in the education system. What do you think are the biggest challenges today?
Well, some of the challenges aren't new. They've always been challenges. And, since our education system got its start in 1600s, 1700s with, agrarian society, there are itches we just haven't scratched yet.
Yeah.
But, I was just saying, if we think we're post-pandemic, we're kidding ourselves.
Right.
So I think what happened was when schools shut down, when everything shut down, it really shone a spotlight on some of the real issues.
Yes.
And I know we're not shut down anymore. We're back. We're open. But there's some unfinished business that we haven't dealt with. So when I think about, the kids who come, I work for a school of choice. So when families choose us, we ask, what is bringing you to us?
Right.
And the answers are fascinating. So, some of the answers are simple flexibility. So I have a dancer who competes internationally. Well, she's not in third period when the bell rings. She's traveling all over the world.
Yes.
Yeah.
So she needs a school that fits into her life instead of fitting her into that box.
That's right.
We work with a whole team of hockey players in the Philadelphia area. Same thing. If you know anything about hockey, they're always on the ice.
Yes. Intense schedules.
Yes.
Yeah.
But then we have, and they're living their best life, and that's what we want for our young people.
Right.
Find your thing, your passion, your purpose, your plan. Let's plan around it. But then,
And they're thinking it's out of the box. And,
Exactly.
And your institution is able to accommodate that,
Exactly.
which is rare today.
very rare, very rare.
Yeah. And kids don't learn just one way. So being able to have that flexibility is paramount for them.
Yep.
I feel
That's
like.
right.
And we have that too. We have kids who, they're the tactile learners. They're the kids who say, we used to call them VOTECs, now they're CTCs, and they want to fix things or break things or put things together or build. And it's a very different world for them. Not a pleasant one when it's a worksheet every day and a test on Friday. That's
Oh, yes.
not the world they
That's-
want to be in.
Now,
Personally, seen
But we
that,
do have a lot of special ed kids who will come because schools just don't have the resources or won't accommodate what the needs are. And then we have lots of stories of bullies, kids who are bullied by other kids, kids who are bullied by adults. Some of them just truly, truly heartbreaking. And when you look at the teenagers who are pregnant, we have teenagers who are not just raising families, but helping to raise their family, working parents. Some parents are, they call them the working poor. They have 2 or even 3 jobs. So you have siblings raising siblings, trying to get them through school. And just incidents of violence, sexual assault. And these kids are really carrying just such a heavy load.
Yeah, they are.
And
there's not enough resources.
Right. And there's not enough sort of, well, there's got to be a way we can do this. Instead of saying no as a default, how can we say no but, and then find something that we can say yes to?
let's figure it out.
Yeah.
For sure.
We got lots of smart people in the world.
Yeah.
We just need to put a little bit of energy behind it.
Right. Some effort.
Yes.
The other thing I think that is a real big challenge with education is I think the funding structures are messy and there's no equity there. And I think there may or may not be enough funding. But I would like to see the structures change in order to accurately assess whether there's enough funding for education.
And you're right, it isn't equitable. And it shouldn't be based on taxes.
Right.
Where you live,
mean,
what
So
your
everybody
zip code
has
is.
the
Come
fair
on.
chance and the
Yes.
same resources available.
I remember reading Jonathan Kozel's Savage Inequalities. Yeah, like what? I mean, quite some time now, 15, 20 years ago. But he looked at these districts and he said, I don't want to hear this whole, oh, you can't just throw money. When you have teachers that are teaching practically in a closet
Right.
with outdated materials.
Yeah.
Bathrooms without doors,
Yes.
no running water. Come on.
Yes,
Yeah.
no air conditioning. And then you have like AstroTurf football fields and
Right.
high schools that look like college campuses
Right.
in other areas. It's not right. And not to mention the professional development that the staff gets, you know, and there's high burnout if you're not able to do what you are, you know, what you can do best, then of course the teachers are going to leave.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And that's really another challenge, is just not enough help.
Yeah.
I mean, people, there was about a minute during the pandemic where people were so grateful for teachers and educators. And
yeah.
I had
And it
no
lasted a
idea what
minute.
you did. And
Yeah.
then all of a sudden it
Yeah.
was, I'm done with this.
Yeah.
My kid needs to be back in school.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I talk to young people now, and I get where they're coming from.
Yeah.
They want to have families too. They want to make a good living. They want to be in a
Yes.
respected
Right.
profession.
Yes.
Right.
So
Oh, there's a lot of teachers I know close to retirement who tell their kids don't go into
in.
education. I mean, it's a shame
yeah.
because they know that they're up against, you're not paid well, you're not respected. And having been in so many other countries around the world, educators in other places, everywhere I've gone to, over 40 countries, they are seen as
They're
respected, revered, honored.
Yeah.
Children, you know, families, communities. It's like there's nothing but you're like a doctor. In other,
Right.
you know,
Yeah, a lot
but
of respect for them.
here.
It's different.
It's bad. Oh, so what is something you wish the younger version of you would have been told, or that you know that you
Such a good
know?
question. I love this question. Quit worrying about your hair.
Poor women in this country. We are.
You're not fat. Quit thinking you're fat.
That's a good
I
one.
wish
That's
I
a great one.
Had the body I had 20
Yeah,
years ago
right,
that I thought was
yes,
fat.
yeah, looking
It was
good,
crazy.
Which we are such a product of our culture
Oh.
with all
Oh,
of
yeah.
that too.
Yes.
Or
And the
Hillary
media.
Clinton, when she was running, that's all they talked about was her hair because she's a woman. It's so wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about the brain behind the hair?
That's
Let's talk a
right.
little bit about the brain.
Yeah. Right. And girls are so objectified. It's
I think the other thing, just to go a little deeper than the superficial, that I would tell young Stephanie is be bold. And be bold in your kindness. Like, say I love you.
Yeah.
Say, I'm going to get emotional, but
Aw, that's okay.
say you matter.
Yeah.
You know, when I think back at midlife now, and I think back and I think, okay, you know, at some point I'm going to be on my deathbed, and am I going to have any regrets? And I don't want to have any regrets.
Right.
And I think, well, there are a couple boys I probably should have kissed that I didn't.
Along the way.
I'm going to kiss that one and that one. Not many, but a few. But it's like we hold back sometimes
Yeah.
because we worry about rejection. We
Yes.
worry about what are they going to think of
Yeah.
me?
The cool factor.
Yeah, and now I'm at the point where I'm like, I care more about what I think of me.
Yes.
So
That's right.
I walk into a room and I'm greeting people and I'm saying, uh-oh, someone's sitting by themselves. Let me go sit by them. And I appreciate you and I love you, and and calling out kindness like when I see it happening, because we're sure quick to call out the opposite.
Yeah, we are.
And fight about it and die on the hill. But
Yeah.
there's a lot of good news out there and a lot of wonderful, generous people.
Yes.
And sometimes, you know, if you can't be that person, you certainly can cheerlead that.
Yes.
That's
Oh, I remember years ago you said to me, what is not love is a call to love, when I needed to hear it most. Instead of getting into a little pity party for myself, I was like, you're right. We are all called our higher self you know, to be the best version.
Oh, thanks for remembering that. I
Of course.
appreciate that.
No. Yeah.
What is not love is a call to love. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh. Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh my
thank you
gosh,
so
my
much.
pleasure.
Any last advice that you want to give to our viewers? Because everything you've said so far has been wonderful. Anything else?
Life is short.
Yeah.
And I get up in the morning, I bound out of bed, I make my bed right away.
Me too.
Yeah, me too.
Mel Robbins says that's a good habit.
And there's a book called
there is
Make
a
Your
book.
Bed.
Yes.
Yeah, and it's a little
Written by
book.
a guy from in
The military.
Yes.
It was
yeah.
a graduation speech, and he made it into a book. And it's short. It's an easy read, but it has the ring of truth. It's like just
Yeah.
accomplishing those things. But I bring that up to say I really try to live each day like it's my first and like it's my last.
Yeah. Aw,
And that's the
awesome.
way
That's
to no
it.
regret, I
Yeah.
think.
It
Yeah.
is.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you. My pleasure.